An excellent multifunctional pack, the Osprey Tempest 30 pack is great for fast and light backpacking, but it's lightweight enough for day hikes. This would be great for any adventuring. And the first thing I want to call out here is the back panel and how it carries the load. So if I flip it around, you've got Osprey's Airscape back panel. And what you've got here is a pretty flexible back panel. You don't have any rigid frame or anything like that. The pack in general is pretty flexible, but that just means it's going to conform to your body and it's going to move with you as you move. So that cuts down on hot spots. But true to the nature of this pack, it is very lightweight, so you don't need all of that rigid support. The Airscape back panel here has ridged foam underneath, and then you have spacer mesh above that. So it provides a little bit of a barrier or a little bit of an area in between the back panel and your back. So that's gonna allow warm air to escape. And you do have a centered chimney here that also allows warm air to escape. So this back panel is going to keep you nice and comfortable, and it is adjustable. So this pack comes in a couple different sizes, but the harness here adjusts up and down. So it's really easy to adjust that for your perfect fit. If I look at the shoulder harness, it is BioStretch foam. And basically what that means is it's a little bit flexible, a little bit stretchy here. You have a very well-shaped harness, so that's gonna also conform to your body, and it's got a lot of cutouts for air to escape and also to keep the weight down. So on these shoulder straps, you obviously have a load lifter strap that also helps you dial in the fit. You've got a stretchy pocket here for smaller items. And along with this adjustable back panel, in the back here, you actually have your hydration sleeve. So you're able to access that from the back. You don't have to take things out of your pack in order to get into that hydration sleeve. So you can route the hose out to either side of the shoulder harness, which is really convenient. You've got an adjustable sternum strap with a whistle on there. And moving down, you have that same BioStretch foam in the hip belt. So this is a pretty lightweight pack, but you do have a pretty substantial hip belt here. It conforms really well to your hips. You can really cinch it down, and you also have that mesh, all the breathability and the cutouts there in the hip belt. So it's going to be really comfortable and breathable. There are pockets on the hip belts, and these are stretchy mesh pockets, so certainly big enough for a small camera or a cell phone or something like that. I've got a Clif Bar here in the side, so perfect spot to store snacks that you want to get your hands on quickly. The pockets and organization on this pack is really great. Starting at the top here, you have access to the top lid through a zipper. The top lid is a pretty spacious pocket, so that just allows you to get your hands on gear, like maybe a first aid kit or something like that. So I really like the pocket there. And then underneath the lid, you have a hidden pocket, which is really convenient. You've got pockets, stretchy mesh pockets on the sides here, so a great spot for a water bottle or a longer piece of gear that you want to store on the outside. With these compression straps, you can route the strap on the outside or underneath of that pocket. And down here, you've got the 1/2 of the Stow on the Go trekking pole attachments. So it's something I really appreciate about Osprey packs, when you can just take your trekking poles and stow them really quickly there on the side. This is a top loading pack, so you have the traditional lid that moves up and down. I don't have this pack packed out completely, so I don't have all the capacity used up, but if I did have a really big load in here, I could move this lid up and down to accommodate for that. This also allows you to drape something there, like maybe a climbing rope or something like that, and really cinch down on those straps. So the true top loading, you just have one access point into the top of the pack. Really easy, just kind of single pull tab there, so it's really easy to access that top pocket it opens up really big so you can get your hands on your gear there in the top and then pack it down really nicely and just kind of cinch that down. It's really easy to cinch that down there, and you even have another compression strap on the top. So compression straps all over this pack make it really great for different size loads that you're carrying. You have a big shove-it pocket in the front here. I just have an extra layer in there, but you can get a substantial amount of gear there in the front pocket. So it's really stretchy, it's really nice. And then just some other quick features. You've got trekking pole or tool attachment loops. These are stretchy. And then you've got the webbing loops down on the bottom. So those are static loops. You also have an attachment for a blink light. So if you are using this for commuting or something like that, really convenient spot for something like that. And then there's other small attachment points that you can use this pack in a variety of different ways. So with that lightweight feel, it'd be perfect for day hikes, perfect for lightweight overnights. It's a great climbing pack with all those climb specific features. And this is just the perfect multifunctional pack for any adventure. It is the Osprey Tempest 30 pack.